Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm by myself today. Gigi's very busy today, so she has entrusted me to do something. And while I'm not electronically savvy about the phones and the camera and all that, because she is very good at it and does all the editing, she works very hard. The name of the song is Echoes of Acapella, and it was a doo-wop song that was written by a former partner of mine and some other doo-wop guys that sang in the background, and myself included. And that melody comes from that, and it's a very short piece of that song that we use for our videos. The reason we use it is because we have the copyrights to it, and if anybody has any knowledge of what happens with copyright infringement when you do YouTube things, if there's music playing in the background, they have to pay, and which is understandable, they have to pay royalties to whoever has the rights to that song and all that. It gets complicated. That's why some of the music on a lot of the YouTubers is created by people. It's free. It's not exactly probably what somebody would want, but it's good enough to help enhance the videos. So that's where ours come from. I changed the words to it to be more in line with living simply in Sicily. When the reality of it is, it's talking about doo-wop singers on the street corners many years ago. So I do have the music to that song, and of course I have the words to it. And maybe at some point I can actually sing that song for you and record it, and we can actually put it on one of our episodes for you to see. It was started so that we could keep our friends, family, take them along with us so they could see what we were doing while we were on our different trips to Italy and so forth. So it's been somewhat informative to a lot of you. We appreciate your comments. We will always try to bring you something that's of interest that we find. We get a lot of questions about travel and how we find accommodations, how do we find out about good restaurants or places to go and things like that. And so we try to bring you some common sense things that are practical and you can use. That's our goal, without making it too burdensome on us to create some long-winded video that requires hours and hours of, and believe me when I tell you, you have no idea how many hours are put into one of these short 5, 6, 7-minute videos. It takes a lot of work, and I am very proud of my wife because she is the one that does the majority of that work, and it's something that she's good at. So anyway, that's the story of the introduction song, which is why we can use that song without any copyright infringement, is because I have the copyrights to that song. And also the visual part that you see, the little characters in the pictures and the airplanes and all those little scooter things and all that, that's all my wife's artistic work. She has managed to put those together in a way that it fits the videos that we're doing, and it's something we can use on a regular basis. So it's kind of like our trademark. The Psycho on the airplane is a nickname that I used to be called when I was a kid, and it's an offshoot of my last name. It's part of my last name. Those kinds of things, a novelty for us, so to speak. We've been asked a lot of times on how we've put that channel together and where those ideas came from and all things like that. Gigi is a very talented artist, and which is why you can see her artwork is throughout the videos. In fact, you'll see some pictures that are hanging on the walls behind us and things like that. That's all her artwork. The musical part of it is me. I grew up in a household that sang a lot. That we used to stand around the piano when we were kids and that kind of thing and sing with grandma and all that. And over the years, of course, as a teenager, I played in some garage bands and played in a country band for a long time, and then had an opportunity to sing in a few other groups. So I sang with a couple of Italian guys from Massachusetts who were doo-woppers from back in the 50s, and we had a group, my brother and myself and them two, called Golden Echoes, and we sang county fairs and things like that, private events, of course, and seasonally in different locations around New England, for the most part. And then, of course, when we moved to Florida, I had the opportunity once again to sing with some different groups. And over the years, it's been a very enjoyable pastime. I can sing in various types of music, and it's always interested me to pursue singing a little bit. And I've been able to master a few Italian songs, which are quite difficult, and a completely different style of singing when it comes to opera style, if you will, and that type of thing. But I've got a few of them that I can sing fairly well, and they're fun to sing sometimes. Sometimes my wife prompts me to get up in a restaurant and sing a cappella, and Italian that's that really always catches me off guard. I'm not prepared for it, but however, we have enjoyed some of those moments. They've been special to us and people that we're with and people around us, and it's enjoyable. So singing is good for everybody. Make your day a little bit brighter. Living simply is something that we've kind of transitioned into, simply because life is way too complicated. There's too many things going on, and there's too many changes in the world, and it's hard to alleviate that stress. And so one of the ways you can do that is to try to make your own life simpler. You can't change anything around you for the most part, but you can change your own burdens and get rid of those the things that you don't need. It's just excess baggage, and we've learned over the years. It's not something you can do overnight, but if you start making an effort to get your life in order and get rid of all that, there's a lot of baggage we tend to collect as in life, and you really don't need it. You need the basics. You need a place to live. You need some food. You need some sunshine and a few good friends. At our stage in life, we're retired, so the job and all that stress is gone and man, it was a ton of that stress back in the day. We're thrilled that we don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. For you younger ones that still have to work, well, make it a goal to get to a point in your life where you want to make a change, whether it be an address location, a job change, from working to retirement or whatever, and just do it. Do what you like to do. Just focus on those things, and all the rest of that stuff, just let it go. It's hard, but that's what you got to do. Living simply in Sicily, part of that is the location, Sicily, just in that. All the food that's in Italy is grown in Italy. It's not a lot of stuff that gets imported. It doesn't go up and down and fluctuate. It's not outrageous like it is right now in the US. It's affordable. It's a simpler life. There's less pre-prepared foods. And if you go in the supermarket, in the markets here, you can find out real quick. There's a lot of frozen stuff. There's not a lot of prepared, manufactured type products. It's a lot of basic products that you can make anything from. So the fresher the products are, the better they taste, the less harmful they are to your body and to your diet and so forth. So that's part of living simply. The lifestyle here is simpler. The housing it's smaller. It's more affordable. The cars are smaller and more affordable. It's the mindset. There's a big focus here on family. You can go out at any given night in any of the communities, and people after dinner are doing passeggiata, which is walking around with their families, socializing with their friends. It's done late at night after they eat, and that happens every single night of the week. It's just a different way of life here. People here, they work like anywhere else, but they don't live to work. They work so that they can live. They take more time off. There's more holidays here in general. In July and August, that's the vacation months. Everybody comes from all over Italy. They come to Sicily to go to the beaches. The month of August especially. We've actually walked up to shops that were open, the other day, and there's a note on the door, "We'll see you at the end of August or September," or whatever, in Italian, of course, but we understand what it means. And they've gone for the month of August. They're on holiday. We don't do that in the United States. We take a job, we get a couple of weeks vacation, paid vacation, and then, maybe after 10 years you get 3 weeks or whatever it is. It's not like that here. The working schedule here is different. It's more in line with lifestyle. So I don't think the people here are nearly as stressed as the people in the United States. Now, there's good and pros and cons no matter where you are. So we know there's issues here, but there's issues in the States. Changing to this lifestyle to us, from coming from America, is a simpler way to live, and we enjoy it and we embrace it. And we've learned that when you're here, you need to do what they do. I mean, like they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That's a true statement. You can't bring America here with you. Some people think they can, and they get frustrated with it. We've heard people and so forth, and that's understandable. But embrace it when you come here. Try to live. Try to become one of them. Live like they do. You'll enjoy it a lot more. Believe me. It's hard to sometimes to get things done, especially bureaucratic things where you have to go to the public, the government offices and so forth. And the language barrier is a problem, but we've learned that it's not just the language barrier. It's kind of like built into their system. They're not very fast at getting things done. There's a method to their madness. That's how it is. You can't change it. So you're better off to kind of understand it and go with the flow. And it just takes longer to get things done. It's not as quick as some of the things in the United States are fairly quick to do. They're fairly uniform. No matter what public office you go to, you're kind of going to get the same service and the same response. Here, it's a little different. Depends on what office you go to, who's working in that office. You might have to be on the same subject matter, but their answers may be a little bit different than the one in the last village that you were in. So you have to kind of adjust as you go and take it on. It's just how it is. It's not a big deal. The things that you can do here, the scenery, the history is thousands of years old. There's around every single corner there is something beautiful, architectural to see, and things to do. The music and the arts are phenomenal here. There's outdoor concerts in every village, out in things in season, especially in the summertime. There's nightly things going on. A lot of stuff is free. It's not, you don't have to pay anything for it. You just have to kind of go, find out where the different places are in the different villages and when they're having these shows. And once you figure that stuff out, you can really enjoy yourselves and without costing a fortune. As far as my music is concerned, I could probably find places to sing if I wanted to make it more of a job. But then the minute you start getting paid for something, it becomes work. And so over the years, we've done that. We've done that for years. We put on big dances and big events, and we sang at big events, and it's fun, and you can make a couple of dollars at it, but it's a lot of work and it's stressful. So you want to keep stress-free, keep the money out of it. I enjoy just singing at little social events and things like that where there's no pressure. It just makes it simpler. It's easier on the body and easier on the mind. So but here in Italy, you can go from singing on the street corner probably to we have friends that sing, and they've done some big events in Taormina at the Greek amphitheaters and stuff like that. There's some really the theater here and things like that are big. The operas and things. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and it's a nice place to expand your musical abilities or get involved with other venues and other particular genres of music that are here. I'm going to say ciao for now. Thanks for watching. We hope that you'll stick with us, and if you're not, subscribe, please do.